Hello and welcome along to the historic city of Lincoln. Today I'm reviewing the Ibis Hotel in Lincoln, which is an out-of-town budget hotel about 5 miles from the centre of Lincoln. Now, if you're a regular viewer, you'll know that I mainly review hotels for business travellers, but this hotel is suitable really for a business traveller or for tourists, for families, for anyone who wants to visit the city of Lincoln. Well, I'll begin with a room tour, but keep watching to the end because I'm going to give you some helpful tips as well. First of all, the courtesy tray. It's always good to see there's a metal kettle. I always prefer a metal kettle to those grotty plastic style kettles that they give you in Travelodge, or at least in standard Travelodge. You get a better kettle in a Travelodge super room, but in the standard rooms they just give you a horrible plastic kettle. So it's nice to see a metal kettle. The courtesy tray's okay. It's pretty much standard what you get in any kind of budget hotel. There's never enough coffee or tea or milk or sugar, but that's just standard at any budget hotel. But the staff at reception were very friendly yesterday, and they gave me some more coffee, they gave me some more milk. So they'll always do that if they don't provide enough. If you go to reception, any of these hotels, they always do give you a few more items if you want them. You've got your reading light, television, not brilliant. It's a 24-inch Philips TV, so it's good quality television, but only a small TV. It's big enough for this room. It's big enough. It's fairly modern. It's got quite a lot of channels. I was watching telly last night and I was quite surprised how many channels it has. Seems to have more TV channels than what you get in Travelodge, which was interesting. I mean, obviously you don't come and visit a beautiful city like Lincoln to watch television, but at night you might want to relax and watch TV, or if you're at a business meeting or something in the evening, you might want to watch television. Plenty of room though, plenty of storage space, nice big desk. In fact, the room altogether, I have to be honest, it surprised me how spacious it was. One of the big plus points of this particular Ibis Hotel in Lincoln is the amount of space. I've stayed in several budget hotels in Lincoln, like the Travelodge, Premier Inn, various hotels, and this is one of the most spacious that I've stayed in. So I certainly give them plus points for giving a spacious room. Hairdryer, you might not be bothered, but for me personally, I love having a hairdryer. You get it as standard at Ibis hotels. If you stay somewhere like a Travelodge, a standard room in a Travelodge, they don't provide hairdryers, and you have to go down to reception and ask to borrow one. But here at the Ibis Hotel in Lincoln, they provide them as standard, which is good. As I say, plenty of storage space. There's room there to put my laptop, computer. Room for all my camera equipment, to carry a lot of camera stuff around with me, spare duvet, plenty of space there to put your shoes or clothes or whatever. There's plenty of desk space, plenty of storage space, also a nice big wardrobe. But a problem that I always talk about in virtually every film that I make on YouTube about these budget hotels, and that is they never give you enough coat hangers. I just do not understand it. 5 coat hangers. Now that's fine for me because I'm only here for a night and I'm on my own, so 5 coat hangers is more than enough. But if you were travelling with a family, if you were with children or a partner, you're going to need more than 5 coat hangers. A nice big wardrobe, and they could easily fit 10 or 15 coat hangers. They only give you 5, which just seems bizarre. But that isn't a problem here at Ibis. It's a problem everywhere. I've stayed in some 4 and 5 star hotels, and they only give you 4 or 5 coat hangers, and I just do not understand why. It wouldn't cost them much just to give you a few more coat hangers. But that just seems to be a typical problem at any budget hotel, or hotels generally. The heating situation was fine. Staying here in the middle of winter, just so that you know, my stay is in winter, but it was still warm enough. There's one of those standard kind of heaters that are fitted when the hotel's built, electric heater. Clearly wasn't enough because they've added a second one that you plug in, and between the two of them the room was nice and warm. I don't think it would have been warm if you just had that standard one that was obviously fitted when the hotel was first built, but because they've added a second that you plug in, the room was warm enough, even though it's quite cold at the moment, even though we're in winter. The heating situation was fine, nice warm room with those heaters on. The bed, what can I say? The bed, as with most budget hotels, the bed was very comfortable. They nearly all seem to be really comfortable beds at these budget hotels, like Travelodge, Premier Inn. They always give you a good bed. But it's a bit different from the type of bed you get at a Premier Inn or a Best Western or a Travelodge. And the difference is the way that the bed's been structured. Now usually they give you a really big thick mattress. If you stay somewhere like Travelodge, Premier Inn, all those hotels, one big thick mattress. They haven't done this here. At the Ibis Hotel in Lincoln, and I believe they do this at a lot of Ibis hotels, they've given you actually a thin mattress, as I'll show you now what it's like. You can just see the mattress is quite thin, but then a mattress topper on top of it, so you can see from my hand how thin the mattress is, but then you've got that on top. And it seems a strange system, but I actually think it's a better system for two reasons. Firstly, it is actually more comfortable, but secondly, it's a lot more hygienic, because in a lot of cheap budget hotels, and if you watch my YouTube channel you'll see what I'm talking about, there are some hotels that have mattresses that aren't that clean. But with this system it's much better, because you've got the mattress topper. If it does get dirty, if it gets worn out, then all the hotel have to do is just throw away the mattress topper and replace it. So that to me seems like a much more sensible and more hygienic system. I mean, I'm not complaining. The mattress topper they provided is lovely and clean, don't get me wrong, it looks new, very hygienic, very clean. But if it ever did get dirty, then they don't have to throw away the whole bed, they just get rid of that mattress topper and put a new clean one. So that seems to me like a sensible system, and certainly a very comfortable bed as well. Then you get the mirror, which you can just see me in the background. Carpet, very plain, and again this isn't a complaint, but it wasn't massively clean. Most of the carpet was clean, but around the furniture, the edges of the furniture, they could have really done with moving the furniture, moving the beds, moving the desks, moving the wardrobe, and just cleaning right up to the edges. If you look closely you can see the carpet itself is clean, but just around the edges of the furniture you can see there just a little bit dusty. And I think that's because they use these automatic robotic carpet cleaners which get the main part of the carpet clean, but they don't get right up to the edges. So that's just a minor point, that at least once or twice a month they ought to be moving the furniture and cleaning the dust around the edges. The rest of the room, very clean, no problem with it. It's very happy with the hygiene standard. The room itself was, if I'm honest, very, very plain and basic and minimalist. No pictures. I mean, not that it particularly matters having pictures on the walls like they have at Premier Inn and Travelodge, but just because it's such a big room with no pictures, it does look very, very stark and very plain. Now, there was a problem with the windows last night. This hotel is on a very busy main road. It's the A46, which is a very long road, stretches right across England actually, the A46. This is the Lincoln bypass, and there's two sets of windows, an outer window and an inner window, and still the soundproofing wasn't great, so I did have a bit of road noise last night, bearing in mind it is a busy main road, a busy bypass, traffic going past. It wasn't too bad, I was able to sleep okay, but there was a bit of noise. I have to say the soundproofing wasn't as good as what it could have been. If you're very sensitive to noise, then that might be a problem for you. Maybe ask for a room that isn't overlooking Lincoln bypass. Okay, well, just a few tips and a few interesting things that might be helpful. Do not stay here if you don't have a car, because there is no bus route whatsoever anywhere near here. The nearest public transport is a train station called Highcombe Station, which by complete coincidence is my hometown. It's where I come from, it's where I grew up. Highcombe Station is about 30 minutes walk away, and then it takes about 10 minutes on the train into the centre of Lincoln. Lincoln Station is 4.5 miles away, so that is basically going to take you an hour and a half to walk to. So in other words, do not stay here if you're on public transport, because it'll be an absolute nightmare. You really do need a car. Free parking outside. Remember to put your registration number in the screen when you arrive so that you don't get fined. But as long as you remember to enter your registration number at the reception desk, then that's fine. Free parking. Just a minor point for business travellers. If you are a business traveller, that chair is very uncomfortable. Now, if you're a tourist, if you're just here to see the historic sites of Lincoln, you're probably not bothered. But if you're here as a business traveller and you want to sit at the desk and do some work on your laptop computer, then honestly that is so uncomfortable. And bear in mind that my channel is mainly aimed at business travellers. It's mainly aimed at people who want a budget hotel, travelling around the country, want to get out the laptop, do some work, go to a business meeting, meet a client. That chair is truly horrendous. That's the worst part of the room for me, to be honest, is the desk chair, because it's just not suitable to sit on for more than about 20 minutes without getting backache. So as I say, if you're a tourist, if you're not bothered about doing work on your desk, then you're not going to be bothered. But that for me was the biggest negative point. Certainly as a business traveller, you're not going to want to sit there and do work for very long, because you'll just have really bad backache. Okay, so City of Lincoln. I'm going to make other films about Lincoln because it is my hometown. It's a place I know very well. But just a final point, if you are going to stay here, good price, very spacious, nice bathroom as well, really clean, nice shower room. It wasn't a very powerful shower, but it was a nice bathroom all the same. I was very happy with the hygiene situation, really spotlessly clean. Nice mirror, wash basin, toilet, all the usual stuff you get. The hotel, really clean hotel, nice hotel, friendly staff, very spacious, good price. I would stay here again, but I just would say a negative point, it is a bit basic, and if you're a business traveller, you're not going to like that chair. Honestly, it'll give you backache. Thanks a lot for watching. Please remember to subscribe, to like, to share. I make loads of films all over Britain, really. Mainly aimed at business travellers, and if you could subscribe, it'll really help me. So thanks a lot. My name's Darren Bugg, and I'll see you again very soon.